Hey Rockstar, Steve aka Void here, and I want to welcome you to this week's episode of Pajama Jam. This is episode number 18, and I'm going to be attempting to learn how to play Get a Grip, Eat the Rich by Aerosmith from the album Get a Grip. So before we get started over here, I just want to make sure that everything was working okay, that you can see and hear me clearly. I'm just going to make sure that all of the connections are good over here. Got Facebook. Oh, and you know what? I just realized that I have the wrong title over here. So we're gonna have to just deal with that. On the top of the post, it says something different, and that is okay. It's behind the scenes, probably something like that, but that's okay. Anyway, hey Rocky, hey Denis, hey Johnny, awesome, welcome. It looks like there's a little bit of a glitch on the chat bot, but that is okay, or on the chat, my little chat application over here. No problem. It's actually kind of fitting that there's a little bit of malfunction because it feels a little bit of a malfunction in my body right now. The baby germs have struck again, and man, they are strong. I was feeling a little bit under the weather earlier today. Yesterday was just a mess, and they're starting to act up a little bit. I think the meds are starting to wear off. So I've got my water over here. Hopefully I can make it through the session. An interesting thing is that with practice, sometimes when you're under the weather, that's when you have the best playing ability because your mind is kind of shut down a little bit because you only have so much energy for playing. But then, but yeah, I'm not I'm not 100% sure what's gonna happen, but this is definitely gonna be an interesting challenge. So cool. I see Tommy is here. Can you guys see and hear me okay? And also, you could hear the guitar okay? Just let me know in the chat box. And yeah, Ian, I promise, buddy. Definitely not gonna breathe on anyone, just in case it's contagious. So. Got my hoodie on, and I've got super thick socks on, even though it is even though it's pretty warm over here. Yesterday was a nightmare. I was like shaking, and it was insane. So it's a good thing that that's not happening. At least it's not happening yet, and hopefully I can make it through without any crazy shaking. So that I can get this riff locked in. So. Okay, cool. It sounds like we could see and hear clearly. Awesome. So yes, so baby germs struck. My daughter was sick a few days ago. Now I have what she had, and yes, so that is gonna hopefully go away in the next couple of days. But today we are going to be working on "Eat the Rich" by Aerosmith, and this song actually. So it's funny how I never learned this song because. This was actually one of the first songs when I was a kid that I ever heard, and Aerosmith was the first band that I ever really loved, and so I remember my cousin showing me "Eat the Rich," specifically off "Get a Grip," and I was just like blown away. I'm like, "Oh, this is so cool!" And also, I thought the lyrics were hilarious. And anyway, but I never learned the song, and so that's why I wanted to make sure that. Tonight's episode, I wanted to cover as much of the song as possible. I'm going to attempt to learn the intro, main riff, verse, and pre-chorus and chorus. So I'm going to learn a large portion of the song, basically all the main sections. And what's also super cool was I just remembered right before this broadcast that back in 2007, I was recording out in Vancouver at Bryan Adams' studio, The Warehouse, and inside the warehouse, Jim Valance, who did a lot of writing and producing with Aerosmith, he has a bunch of gear stored away, and so I actually got to play Joe Perry's Les Paul Jr. I was looking for a picture. I'll see if I can find one, and I'll post it in the comments. But the Les Paul Jr. I got to play that, which was super cool. I can't remember what record he played on that on. Maybe it was Get a Grip. That would be obviously even cooler. But I completely forgot until the beginning of this episode. So quick drink of water. Let me just make sure everything's good in the chat. Okay, and definitely I'll have to make some Rockstar Mind socks. These ones are just the thickest ones I could find. Hey Len, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Okay, cool. So, if this is your first pajama jam, then basically how it works, even just the origin of it, I didn't have any time to practice. As a new dad, I just never had any time to practice, and I have a guitar in my hand all day, but it's never like where I'm like improving my own playing. It would be like coaching or writing or something like that. And so I thought, well, it would be a really great idea to practice when everybody's asleep, so at nighttime. And then when I was down here, because I broadcast out here anyway, I thought, why not just broadcast my practice session, and then as I'm learning stuff, I could talk about what I'm thinking as I'm learning, and that way you could use the same techniques in your own playing. So whether you're learning Eat the Rich or you learn any song, this will all be applicable. So for if you're a beginner, then you don't have to follow along with a tab. That's not really the point of this. The point is to watch someone who's good at learning, learn something and learn how to learn faster. So you can just sit back, relax, watch, see how I race against the clock. And if you're an intermediate player, then you could follow along if you want. But again, there's no pressure. I'd rather that like you actually paid more attention to how I was learning, and because if you do that, then you'll be able to learn more songs rather than just "Eat the Rich" by Aerosmith. But it's up to you. Hopefully, you're wearing some pajamas and comfortable, and definitely, I'm looking forward to this episode. So, without further ado, let's load up the countdown over here. If you saw my other post earlier, I posted sort of behind the scenes of how pajama jams are put together, like some of the prep work that's involved. So you can check that out, and I'll talk about some of the pre-practice that I did. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this loaded up, the countdown loaded up. Okay, so let's get that going, and I will get it for just over 30 seconds. And that'll give me enough time to load up the screen. All right. So hopefully you could see this clearly, and we have just over 30 minutes on the clock. So what I did was I already scanned through here, and I made sure that I did a couple of things. Actually, I listened to the song a few times, and I scanned through the tab. You can see a couple of red boxes over here. So I scanned through the tab. I also got the tempo of the song, 123. I loaded that up in my metronome. I also cut my nails. That's part of pre-practice. What else did I do? Yeah, that's pretty much it, actually. I mean, I loaded up the PDF. I got the metronome going, cut my nails, and I did a quick scan. So what I'm going to do another quick scan now with the intention of playing, and just so it's fresh in my mind. Just to see if there's anything weird that pops out. So here I'm just seeing some big chords, big E power chords over here, and I'll show you that in a second. That should be pretty easy. Again, it's so important that you learn how to play songs you love because it's just embedded in your mind, so you know what it's supposed to sound like. Okay, so it's not that you're learning a song you never heard before. It's or a song you just heard one time. If you learn songs that you love, you're going to shortcut the process. Okay, so I've got already a couple of notes here. There's the main riff. So like this song, ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Let me know in the chat box. Have you heard this song before? "Eat the Rich" by Aerosmith. Let me know in the chat box. I know a couple of people here specifically have heard the song and probably really like the song, but let me know in the chat box. Okay, so more of the riff. Then we have the verse. There's all like 16th notes. Okay. That continues. Okay, then power chords, a little lick there, some more power chords, another lick. Okay, and then I'll play these power chords in the chorus. Okay, so nothing really stands out to me as like being odd. It all just looks pretty standard. Besides this part here, I just noticed that on the riff, these are all pretty much matched, but for some reason this goes 5 to 6 the first two times, and then every other time it goes 5 to 7, 5 sliding to 7, which is kind of weird. But anyway, it's probably not going to be hard to play. It's just kind of strange that they did that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through what's called no tempo practice. So no tempo practice is where I'm just going to go through the moves here, not worry about any tempo, any pulse, just going through just so I can get my fingers on it, kind of like quick scan but with my fingers. Okay, so and those would be shots, obviously. Okay, that's all pretty standard. Okay, so I think that's gonna be okay. But then I want to see this riff, because yeah, I mean this part here, I could even just kind of just get that. I'm racing against the clock. So you know, okay, that's gonna be fine. Okay, so here I'm gonna do no tempo practice. So let's see. Okay, and actually I'm doing a hammer on there, and it's not a hammer on the tab here, but I really don't care because I mean if that works, then that works. But I mean for now, whatever, I'll go. Okay, then here. Okay, so that's that part. Then let's see what's going on this part. So I'm just doing no tempo practice, so not worrying about any speed or anything like that, or pulse. Okay, and is this covering? Yeah, I thought so. It's covering the 5. Okay, that's all gonna repeat. Now, let's get this. Let's just get the main riff here first. So after I've done no tempo, now what I'm going to do is slow tempo practice. I'm going to play it with tempo, but I'm going to play it as slow as I can without making a mistake. Now the tempo of this song is 123, and so I have that inside my metronome here, and I just want to hear that speed. I have a good idea in my mind of what that is, but. Okay, but I'm not going to do 123 right away. I'm just going to drop it down to let's say 90. I just want to see what this feels like here. And I'm going to just take a little chunk here. Ba ba bum, ba ba bum. So I'm going to play that once. So okay, that feels good. Now that I did that, so now I'm going to go to my fast practice formula. So here, fast practice formula means that I just have to play 3 times without making a mistake before moving on. So moving on, what does that mean? I want to play this part 3 times the same way without making a mistake before I increase the speed, or I increase the amount that I play, more notes, or I increase the complexity. So, so I'm just going to take this off the screen so you can see the tab. And so let's do that a couple more times. Okay, 3rd time. Okay, and then I would just keep going up 3 to 5 BPM each time. Now, because we're kind of against the clock here, I'm actually going to increase the speed quite a bit. 105. Okay. Okay, and I'm just gauging how easy or difficult that is. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play it up to speed here. Okay, that's fine. Yep. So see, every time, 3 times they'll make a mistake before I increase the speed. Okay, now this part here. Bum ba dum bum bum. Bum ba da ba da ba da ba dum bum. Okay, I'll go ba da 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 da. Okay, let's see. I'll go slower on this part here, about 100. Actually, I'll play it steady, but I'll play it slower. Okay, as long as it's steady. I mean, I didn't need the metronome there, but let's go here. Okay, so that is 100. I did it 3 times. I'll make a mistake. I'm going to play faster here. Ba-dum bum, ba-dum bum, bum, ba-da ba da ba da ba. Yeah. Three times I'll make a mistake. Okay, moving on. 10 BPM. I'll actually bump it up, just in best interest of time. 115, but typically I recommend 3 to 5 BPM. So. Okay. I did 4 times there, but anyway, I'm going to go up to speed here. And And I did that, I'm doing it with clean guitar because that's how I could hear everything, okay? So I'm not masking it with distortion, okay? So let's see, if I go slowly, I'm going to decrease the speed a bit, I'm going to increase the amount. Okay. Okay, and then 3 times. I want to get this done before 20 minutes. Okay, so, and then the last shot, let me actually just get that last shot there. So this chunk here. Okay, now I'm going to play the whole line here. Okay, not bad. Okay, last time. Okay, not bad. Now, let's see what that is like. This I'm going to use just an advanced technique, which is I'm going to play it up to speed right away, maybe before I'm ready, and I'm going to see if there's any problems that I can work on. So here, okay, and Basher, if you can give me the update. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the third period tonight. I mean, someone's winning the Stanley Cup tonight, so. But yeah, if you can give me the update. Okay, and so Ian, this is a game I'm guaranteed to win the way I'm doing this because it's going to show me what I need to work on here. So here, okay, that's actually not bad. But what I'm going to do is show me that last chord, I just need to prepare for it a little more. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Okay. Then again. Okay, then. Whoops, there's a mistake. So actually, I reset the clock. So the counter. So this is the first time now. Okay. Okay, and last one. Okay, now we'll go up to speed one more time. Okay, and then. Okay, I'm not going to do 3 times because I need to move on here. But I'm going to just double check this one here. Ba-dum-bum, ba-da-bum. Okay, and this this is a different slide. For some reason, they decided after 2 times to go to the 7th fret rather than the 6th fret. So instead of going like this, he goes, which is kind of weird. It's a bit strange. I don't know why he did that, but okay. So I'm going to do this 4 times, and then I'd consider that I have this done. So the first 2 times is 6th fret, and the next 2 times 7th fret. So let's see. No. I jumped the gun. So that's actually, I'm going to bring this, I'm going to make this slower. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, right. 2-0 blues. Yeah, right. Oh my God. That's crazy. I did not expect that. Okay. So. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I got that third and 4th line down. So now let's get both lines. Ring finger. Okay, now let's do it up to speed. Okay, a little bit behind schedule here. Haha, I had a brain fart right before. Okay, let's try one more time. So. Okay, so let's just get that 6 and then 7. Okay, that's cool. Done. That's the verse. Okay, now I'm gonna go. Then what's this part here? Okay, that's, yeah. So now let's get this part here. I'm gonna do this with no tempo practice. This is the verse. And I think it looks like it just keeps repeating. So let's just get this part here. Okay, so that's no tempo practice. Now I'm gonna do slow tempo practice. So it's all steady 16th notes. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Okay, so. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going over this a few times here before moving on. I'm going to just jump over to, let's do a little closer to the target tempo. So, actually a little slower, just to make sure I get the accuracy. Okay, and what I'm going to actually do here is I'm going to just, this is good for pull-off sometimes, I'm just going to play the 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret. I'm not going to do any of the pull-offs, I'm just going to go like this. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go, I'm going to do without the tempo here, because then I'm just going to add a pull-off to each one. Yeah. It allows for me to see what fret I'm working with. Instead of doing all the moves, I'm just doing bum, 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 only the frets. So, yeah. Yeah, that makes it easier for me to do that. So, in best interest of time, let's see. I'm going to go. Okay, I'll do it one time. So this is the chunk over here. Okay. Okay, 1. It's 2. 3. Okay, so now let's go up. I'm going to go up to 110. Normally I recommend 3 to 5 BPM because your mind won't really know the difference. So, but you're usually not racing against the clock. So, okay. Okay, cool. So now let's go up to, let's do 123. And then I'll work on repeating it. I'll do it 4 times in a row. Okay, not bad. So now I'll do 3 times without making a mistake. So okay, so I did it 3 times without making a mistake. Now I'm going to play this all in a row 4 times. I'm just going to kind of go for it again in best interest of time. Let me actually do 2 times in a row, because if I can do it 2 times, I could probably do it 4 times. So okay, that's 1. Cool. Okay, 3rd time. Cool. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try 4 times in a row up to speed. And yeah, first I'm going to take a drink of water. Is this helpful, guys? Do you see like how I'm piecing this together, and how in different scenarios, like with the pull-offs and stuff like that, how I didn't do all the pull-offs at first. I just played the bop, 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 just the actual sort of almost like pressing buttons. So let me give this a shot here 4 times. Cool. Okay, so I feel good about that. As far as fingers go, like it's all pretty much like 1 finger per fret. I just sort of like work that part out. I mean, that does come with time, knowing kind of like what fingers to use, but it's also experimentation. And again, like most people aren't broadcasting on a guitar game show against the clock. So so that's the intro riff and the verse. Now let's see the pre-chorus. Okay, I'll add that lick afterwards. Okay, and then again. Then it looks like here, palm muting was okay. So that's when when the chorus comes in. So let's just learn these two licks here. Okay, so I'll go slowly. Okay, that's not bad. 3 times I'll make a mistake. Okay, and last time. Okay, so I feel good about that. We'll see what that's like up to speed. I know there's another lick right here. It's just okay. Okay, so whoops. Where am I? Yeah. So and yeah, that's a great point. So Ian, this is definitely where 22 years experience makes a difference. Now, what you got to understand is that I'm putting myself in a position here where I'm learning a song that's challenging for me, and putting myself in a position where I'm showing you the techniques that I would use. This isn't to show you how to learn Eat the Rich in that way. It's more how to use techniques to learn things faster. So if you were in the simplifying stage right now, then yeah, you would basically play different things in these spots here, and you would build up to that. But again, this is what makes this, I think, somewhat entertaining as well as informative, is that I can't make up challenges. Like I can't just like imagine or pretend like that I would be challenged here. I have to put myself in real scenarios, and so that's what I'm doing here. So there's no pressure to actually learn what I'm learning or how fast I'm learning. That's just something that I have to make clear here, just so there's no pressure that you're putting on yourself, because that's, this is why I'm choosing songs like this, right? So, okay, so again, okay, again. Okay, so let me actually do the whole thing. I think I got the gist of it. So let's do it up to speed. So... Cool. Okay, so that's the pre-chorus down. Okay, and then, and I mean, it looks like the other guitar player is going like, just doing this kind of thing. Let's hear what that sounds like actually. See the looper pedal. So let's hear what this sounds like, both of them. So cool. That's pretty cool. So that would be the pre-chorus there. Both guitar parts. Okay. Oh yeah, at the end, and then at the end, it looks like he's just going like that. It's pretty simple guitar part. This part over here. Okay. And so I mean, if you're playing along with the record, this part's actually not complicated. It's just power chords. Just moving those power chords, and then also if you're going to play along, you play this guitar part over there if you did want to play this song. Okay, so the chorus. Now again, it's so important that you learn songs that you love, because you know what it's supposed to sound like. So the rhythm here, bum 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 bum. Yeah. So bum 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 bum. Okay, so let's see what this sounds like. So no tempo practice. So no, I sort of not really focusing on the pulse here. Okay, then no slow tempo practice is gonna be like this. So I'll actually go. Let's go slow, and I'll go like this. I'll go bum 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 bum. That'll be one chunk. Play this 3 times without making mistakes. So okay, again, again. Okay, so that's good. Okay, moving on. Boom, 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 boom. I'll do up to here. Okay. Just have to remember those slides. Okay. So, I did that 3 times, I'll make a mistake. Let's do that whole thing there, both chunks. So, whoops. So here. It's 1 time. Okay, 2 times. 3 times. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add this last little bit here. Or actually, just this one right here. So okay, now work backwards. Play all of this chunk. So okay, and 3rd time. Okay, cool. So now let's go here. So okay. And every time you're playing it, you're reinforcing it. But that's why we're doing it with the fast practice formula, because it's reinforcing each part. So okay, that one I'll let that slide. Maybe I'll do it one more time here. So okay, and now I'm gonna increase the speed. So let's go to 100. So about 4 minutes left here. Feeling pretty confident about this. I'll play the main riff one more time after this. But here, so okay. Okay, 3rd time. So whoops. I'll reset the counter here. Okay, the slides are a little confusing, so okay. Okay, that's cool. So let's go up to 110. Okay. Reset the counter. Okay, 1 time. Okay, 2 times. Okay, 3 times. Okay, now I'm gonna go all the way up to speed here, because then I want to play this 2 times in a row. So okay. Okay, 3rd time. Cool. So actually I'll do 4 times in a row. See if we can nail that part. So cool. All right. So that, my friends, is Eat the Rich. There's the intro, there's the verse, there is the pre-chorus with the licks, and then there's the chorus. Let's hear one more time this part here. And what I'll do is I'll actually play with some distortion. Let's go like this here. So add distortion. Let's make sure it's not clipping. Oh, let's master volume here. Okay, let's try this. And I'll go back to this screen here. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, cool. Sounds good. Cool. That's fun. Lots of fun. Awesome. So guys, hopefully that was helpful and that was entertaining, seeing how the different parts all go together. Let me know in the chat box if that was if you have any questions, if that was helpful. Also, if you like what you're working on, and if there's anything that that you need help with. I'm going to stick around for a little longer over here, and then I'm going to check out the finals, the game 7, and then we'll go from there. So let's see. I'm just going to go through the chat here and just double check, see if I didn't miss anything. Everything for some reason is coming in as double chats. I'm not sure if that's happening as you're watching live as well, but let's see. Okay, so just double checking. All right, cool. I see Aaron's here, Dan is here, Enrique is here. Welcome, guys. Jim is here, Basher is here. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, okay, awesome. Very cool. So again, let me know if you have any questions about the process. If you enjoyed the session there, and video dropped off, so I didn't see the last bit. I hope that didn't happen for everyone. Maybe so you can watch the replay, same exact link right after this, so you can check it out. I played the riff with distortion, and this is a fun one. I mean, this is a cool riff to play, and I'll definitely be playing this along with the record. So, Rocky, when you learn these songs, do they go into memory, or do you have to play them often to keep them in memory? Well, that's a great question. So, typically, because I'm going through it thoroughly, I would say that it's pretty committed to memory. Now, if I don't play them again, then just naturally the song is going to be kind of like if I don't play it for a few weeks or a few months, then just naturally the song, it's just not going to be top of mind. So if I would have to just go back and learn some of the nuances. So I might go back and I might play it. I might chunk it down in one practice session just to refresh my memory and bring it back to the surface. So like I've got it in muscle memory. I know what the parts are supposed to feel like. Like, I mean, the parts where it's like let me go here. But if that's, let's just say a few weeks pass by or a few months pass by and I haven't played Eat the Rich, then I would just go through it again, and I would just make sure that here I would just kind of go through it like slow tempo just to make sure it's still there. and then it comes back just like that. Like if anything, it just might get a little bit rusty, but not gone. It's like not like you're starting from scratch. If that's what you're asking, it's not like you're starting from scratch ever with this stuff. You've gone through it thoroughly. That's why I go through 3 times without making a mistake, because it really gets it embedded in your mind and in your fingers. But then again, like life happens. We've got a million push notifications on our phone, stresses and stuff like that. Sometimes the memory of it isn't as sharp, so that's why you might just refresh, and that's why bands practice. That's why before shows, just to keep everything nice and top of mind. That's a great question, Rocky. Hopefully that answers your question. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for checking that out. James is here. I'm doing well, thanks, buddy. I hope you're doing well as well. Did you get your guitar yet? Let me know if you got that. Okay, so and Paul's asking, when you're in a professional band, is it hard to stay on top of the songs in a set? Well, again, like typically bands practice on a regular basis. So, I used to live with my band, and we would be practicing basically like all the time. And when you're touring, you're performing the same songs pretty much every night. So it's kind of like that's practice, and sound check, you're kind of practicing. So I wouldn't say it's hard to stay on top of songs. Depends how many songs you're playing. I used to play drums in a cover band, and like we played a lot of songs. We played 3 sets worth of songs, and so yeah. I mean, again, as long as you practice with the band, like band practice, as long as you go through the songs and play them through at least one time on a regular basis, maybe like once a week at least, then it wouldn't be hard to stay on top of it. And even even if you're not in a band, if you're just kind of going through a set list, that's why I stress so much that you should be playing songs rather than just practicing, because like play through the songs, play your set list, play your playlist, and and go through that, because those ones there, those are your songs, right? Those are the songs that you want to play, and maybe you perform them one day, maybe you're not going to perform them one day, but the main thing is that you're going through that, and you're not always just like working on stuff, because you want to have payoff in your guitar playing, and so just have them as 2 separate processes. You can even have a separate day where all you do is just play songs. So if you just do that on a regular basis, then it'll stay top of mind, and you won't have to worry about anything. Um, Cool. Aaron saying, I love seeing your technique played by the master. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, buddy. Rocky, no problem, dude. Cool. And James is getting his guitar sometime next week. That's exciting, man. Very, very cool. I can't remember, James, what you're getting. I can't remember if it's a Jackson, or I can't remember what guitar you're getting, if you could remind us. Very cool, man. So, let me know if you have any other questions. I'll stick around for another few minutes here. And if there aren't any other questions, then we'll get on with our days, nights, afternoons, wherever you are in the world. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I love that song. I mean, that song, that reminds me of when I was like a kid. Like, I mean, I heard that song probably in grade 5 or something like that. It came out in 1993. So yeah, I mean, I heard that, I guess, when it came out. And I used to love that. James, cool. Ibanez, very cool. Awesome. Samuel was asking, was the sound, they're good, and the way you do. Okay. And James, PS60, Paul Stanley, Iceman. Very, very cool. Cool, cool. Awesome. So, let's see here. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything here. Cool. And like I said, you know, the replay is available in the same exact spot here. So I would go back and I would watch specifically from 30 minutes. When you see 30 minutes on the countdown over here, when you see 30 minutes, just you can fast forward to that part there, and you can watch until the end of the countdown, just watching that technique. And you can do this with all the episodes of Pajama Jam, and just watching that technique, I feel it's so important. I mean, I just think I wish I had something like this when I was learning how to play. I feel like just knowing how an expert learns is so valuable, and that's why we're 18 episodes in. I mean, there's also some lost episodes where we didn't have like the full structure with the countdown and all that stuff. But yeah, it's I think that the getting that insight into like, okay, so cool, well, instead of playing this just right off the top, like play it right up to speed right away, instead we're going to break it down and we're going to do it systematically. So cool. Paul, I have a couple of Ibanez guitars. You can't go wrong. Very cool. Yeah, I used to have an Ibanez, and now, I mean, I'm a Fender guy. I love Strats, but yeah, I had Ibanez. They're very precise. They feel good. Um, cool, Aaron. You're gonna check out the whole thing over and over. Very cool. And by the way, you can watch all the episodes if you're a member of the Jam Space. It's free to be a member of the Jam Space. You can sign up at jamspace.rockstarmind.com, and then you can watch all the past episodes of Pajama Jam. And even they're also on YouTube. I put them in a whole bunch of different places. But you check out some of the other episodes because there's some good stuff there. Rocky's asking, how about some AC/DC Bon Scott? Nice. I know, Rocky. I know that you love AC/DC. So I might do some. Yeah, I guess I haven't done any AC/DC. We'll see. We'll see. I actually don't even really know that much AC/DC, so like on guitar. So we'll see if there's any songs there that that makes sense to do for an episode of Pajama Jam. Very, very cool. Awesome, guys. Well, I am going to watch the rest of the hockey game here and kind of relax, because if the meds kind of wear off, I hope that my fever doesn't come back. But I think that I did a pretty good job here to learn these riffs and these parts. And I hope you enjoyed it. And as usual, if you want to learn more, you can check out my book, Practice Less, Play More, to learn the same techniques that I used inside this episode here to learn the song. And also, if you want to work with me personally, then check out learn what am I talking about? Check out playfromday1.com. My mind is a disaster here. So if you want to work with me personally, then add your name to the waiting list at playfromday1.com. That's playfromday1.com. Add your name to the waiting list. Fill out a few questions. Just let me know about your guitar playing and your situation. And then when there's a spot available for you, then I'll reach out and we can discuss next steps and see if it makes sense to work together. So with that said, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I had a blast. As usual, tune in for the next episode. Episode 19 is coming up soon. And we'll see you soon. Take care and talk soon.